Cadillac, you're fucking broken. Ah, this fucking thing, man. I tell you, it's like, it's a great vehicle, but yeah, it has some issues. Service, service tire monitor, service ride control, fucking service. um, no, this thing, it's a good vehicle. It's not good for mudding though. I'll tell you that right now. I learned that one the hard way. uh, so I was dumb one time when I was like, I don't know, I think I was like 16, 17 or something like that. No, I think I was 17. So this is like, what, 5, 8 years ago. Holy shit. What? 8 fucking years. I'm getting old, okay? Holy shit. Yeah, no, 8 years ago, I was dumb and took this thing through a fucking mud hole, and yeah, it didn't go well. But no, so like when I was 16, I got my first truck and fucking ended up rolling it like 4 times into a ditch with my ex, which was, yeah, I should have never let her fucking drive. Fucking bitch. Yeah, that was a nice truck too. I had a 2004 GMC 1500 fucking Z71. It's a nice truck. Until we rolled it going 80 down a gravel road. I got some injuries from that accident. Shattered fucking both my wrists. You can see that scar a little better right there. But yeah, I had the same on this freaking wrist. Had metal plates put in my wrists because they were broken. I had fucking rashing like all over the one side of my face. I think it was my right side. I had a fractured rib on my right side. I had the top of my left lung was partially collapsed. 5 fractured vertebrae down my back. Yeah, it was bad. Pretty sure I died during that on the way to the hospital in the ambulance. Cause like I did some shit that I shouldn't have been able to do when I was in that ambulance. Cause like all I remember was, cause from the second the truck tilted up, like tires came off the ground, I was like, I blacked out. I don't remember shit. All I remember was waking up in the ambulance and they were like cutting my clothes off and shit. And then I also had one of those neck brace things on, so like I shouldn't have been able to move my head much, but I straight up remember waking up and looking down at my fucking body, watching them cut my clothes off, and then like all I remember was I don't know if it was someone in the ambulance or what, but I remember hearing a voice say, "It's okay, you'll be alright." And then I like felt like a fucking snapback, and I was out again. I was like, the fuck? But, yeah, then same day, later on in the hospital, after surgery for my wrists and shit, I woke up and I was like, fucking just out of it. Wanted to sleep. I was like, what the fuck happened? Where's my shit? Yeah. That was an interesting time. So then after that, my parents let me drive the Cadillac because this is their vehicle. They're just letting me borrow it until my Jeep's fixed. Yeah, they let me drive the Cadillac, and then we had another car that I ended up driving for a little while. And yeah, but during the time that I was allowed to drive the Cadillac, I was dumb. And here in Cochrane, there's a little road that you can go drive on. You pass a high school, and then you go down this hill, and it takes you onto a gravel road. And a little ways down that gravel road, there's a mud hole. So like Cochrane has a fucking in-town mud hole. And yeah, I took the Cadillac there with a few friends, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go through the mud hole. Because dumb teenage brain was like, let's have fun. Yeah, it'll be fine. I can make it through it. I'm smart. No, fuck, I was not. Because this mud hole is like, if you were to stand in the mud hole, it would be at least like fucking the water in it. At least like, I'm 6 foot and it's like up to my stomach if I were to stand in the water. Well, my dumbass did not do the smart thing and went through it. And I went through it, hit it with like a little bit of speed at first, causing the water to like push up, and it came up over the hood a little bit. And yeah, I got water in the motor, and yeah, I made it like 3/4 of the way through the mud hole, and then the vehicle just died. I was like, what the fuck? This is bad. And then my dumbass, so we all get out and we're looking like, fuck, I can't start the vehicle. I need to call a buddy to bring his vehicle so we can tow it out of here. And so he comes, we get the vehicle out of the hole, and yeah, but we all get out, and I was notorious for locking the keys in the vehicle. So while the vehicle's sitting in the mud hole partially, and we're all outside, I locked the keys in the vehicle. So once my buddy comes, we have to go back to my house, get the other keys. While my parents are awake, I didn't know what the fuck to tell them. I was just like, yeah, no, we're out and about, and I locked the keys in the vehicle. I grabbed the keys and took off. Came back to the vehicle, got it fucking unlocked, got it towed out, still wouldn't start. So like, we're literally towing it down the road to fucking try and get this thing to start. And eventually it starts, and once it starts, I'm like, I was relieved because it started, but I was also like, fuck, how the hell am I supposed to bring this home? Because the water getting into the motor, fucking rod knock, like bad. It's like ding 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 ding. Fucking Jesus Christ. So drove it home, and yeah, my excuse for what happened was I went to push it going up a hill, give it a little bit of gas, and yeah, it just suddenly started knocking. But very quickly they found out what happened, and they're like, so you learned the hard way, did you? And I was like, yep, I did. And then I think it was like 3 years later or something, we ended up getting the motor changed in this thing. And it already had a new transmission put in it from before. And it's like, yeah, we spent like, I don't know, probably around $8,000 to $9,000 on this fucking vehicle, just in transmission and getting the motor replaced. So it's a good vehicle, got all new shit in it. But not a good driver. Well, no, a good driver, but like not a good driver, you know what I mean? It was fun times for sure. And then I finally got, I think by the time I was 19, 18 or 19, I got a truck, which was my old truck. Insert video now. 1994 GMC Sierra 1500, 5.7. Fucking thing was a beast. Best vehicle I ever owned. Did a lot of shit to that vehicle. I had to rebuild the front end a little bit and fucking yeah, it was a vehicle. I miss it every day. Had to get rid of it. Not this past Christmas, but Christmas before that, December. I was leaving work one day and it died as I went to push it to get onto the road, and motor seized because my dumbass, it had an oil leak, but like it wasn't overly bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't overly bad. But I didn't do the oil change when I was supposed to, and it was like 2,000 kilometers over when I was supposed to do the oil change. And with the oil leak, it just kept leaking, and then like one day it was like, I don't have enough oil to run, you dumbass. And yeah, fucking, I don't know, some sort of oil line or something bursts, and it leaked out the last like half a liter of oil that it had onto the road and seized the motor. So yeah, there went that truck. And then during the time where I was trying to figure out what to do with that truck, I was like, I need a vehicle. Like I need to do fucking something. I need a vehicle. So I went to the Dodge dealership in Airdrie and got myself the Jeep that I have now, which is an awesome vehicle, but the motor's a piece of shit. Yeah. I've been through some vehicles. Not as nearly as many as some people have been through, but like, I've done my shit with vehicles and have fun and wrecked a couple, and yeah. It's good times, Now I'm just waiting. Fucking rave. Good news. Talked to a mechanic on Monday. Today's Wednesday, but on Monday, talked to a mechanic, and he said that he'll probably get my Jeep in to fix it for me. Within the next like 2 weeks here, and then I'll actually have my fucking Jeep back, so I'm excited for that. And then yeah, come March, I'll be starting working on my square body, and then hopefully by April I'll have it running, and yeah, then that vehicle is going to be my summer vehicle, and my Jeep will be my winter vehicle, because the truck's only rear-wheel drive, and fucking winter here can get pretty hectic, and rear-wheel drive ain't gonna get me very far. So Jeep's all-wheel drive, and we're using the Jeep during the winter, truck during the summer, well, spring, summer, and fall. And then during the winter is when I'll work on the truck, get it looking better and in better condition and shit like that. And then, yeah, it'll be fun. So stay tuned for all those projects coming this year and during the winter and shit. And make sure you like and subscribe and follow the updates. Peace out, motherfuckers.